Good morning, anybody who may be here. Uh, we have inalienable rights as Englishmen, Scotsmen, Welshmen, and so on, and the Irish also. And our rights emanate from the English Bill of Rights and Constitution. This is what I've understood now. It's taken a while. And those documents are still entirely in force, but they can be removed when we claim to be British, when we claim citizenship under Great Britain. This is the problem. This is how they've done it. They created Great Britain, or the United Kingdom, and it's a corporate entity. So they've claimed, I think, that the myriad of administrative laws and restrictions that have been passed in a period of about 300 years or longer, they're the ones that are applied, and our ancient birthrights are disregarded. But we need to remember that we're Englishmen, Scotsmen, Irishmen, Welshmen, and Cornishmen and women, and reassert our ancient entitlement. And it can't be challenged. You could take it to the highest level of the court, but those rights were assigned to us in eternity, forever. So, that's why the flag issue is so critical also. I hadn't realised how serious it is, because the Union flag, the British flag, the Union Jack, or the butcher's apron, is an emblem of our enslavement, not of anything that we should be assembling around. And this comes to my mind also in reference to Australia. And our Australian brothers and sisters are undergoing the harshest deprivations and abuses of their ancient rights and entitlement. And they rally around a flag that contains the butcher's apron. Again, it's an emblem of enslavement. You don't want to be anywhere near that. It's a wicked piece of cloth. So, if we need a flag, it's a red field with a white dragon. That's the Old English flag. It's not a red cross on a white background. That's a Roman flag. Be careful. A white dragon on a red background. And I would recommend, nothing to do with me, but, also in Australia, revise your flag and assemble around the proper one and claim your rights. Whether you have to have a claim of right act to do that, I don't think so, because you didn't lose them just because you went to live in Australia. That's a very important matter, and it needs to be sorted out at the corporate level, at the institutional level, to understand how we can overturn these wicked judgments, because it's corruption in courts of law, and legal precedents must be established. And I suppose you'd need some money to to bring cases, and I don't have it. But, the right to bear arms, given the tremendously dangerous conditions in which they have placed our people in Great Britain, but also, in other parts of the world, the right to bear arms, preserved only in America. I think America needs to make a claim of right to the English Constitution also. Although they have their Constitution and their Bill of Rights, I believe the English version is superior. So Graham Moore claims. It's a partly codified document, and there are various advantages to it. Because they always try to chip away and erode our rights, and I guess in America they've succeeded to a lesser extent, but I'm sure they've done it. All sorts of local regulations are imposed upon our American brothers and sisters that have no business being on the statute book whatsoever, because of course they created the United States, another corporate entity that allows them to bring in their wicked administrative laws. And allows them to. It doesn't actually allow them to do that, but it seems that our judges and barristers and solicitors and attorneys are not informed of our ancient inalienable rights. This is the question. I'm only really repeating these things because I've been listening to Graham Moore, but he's an honest man. I haven't, got the original documents yet, but I'm sure, that I can do. You get your PDF and have a look. These things are complex, but the law is the law, and we have a birthright, and it's been taken from us unlawfully. So this is just, we just need to get rid of those wicked flags and start remembering who we are and where our ancestral rights come from. That's the way I would see it. God bless today.